That was better.
No offense, I was way better than both of yours.
Well, you're still a little cunt. What's up, guys? We are the Dudes of Cinema. I'm Cody.
I'm Scott.
Today we're going to be bringing you guys a little something new.
Fucking spicy.
We're going to be titling this new segment on our channel, Sunday Gems. And it's just, we're going to be bringing you guys movies that we personally love. We consider them gems, movies that we just love to watch, we love to talk about. Some of them might be more mainstream, some of them might be a little more obscure, movies that not a lot of people have seen.
Some of them might be unknown.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just movies that we love, that we want to talk about and bring to you guys. So we're going to be trying to bring you guys those videos every Sunday because we love you. And we're sorry that we've been gone for so long. It's a holiday season. We were really busy, family and stuff, and it was kind of a dry season.
To be fair, it's been pretty dry. Anyway.
Yeah, so we thought this was a perfect time to start this segment on our channel. So
hell yeah.
Our very first Sunday gem is going to be Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. What a great new addition to the Star Wars universe. Oh man, so great.
It lived up to the motherfucking hype.
In this review, we're just going to give you some things, we're going to go over some things we liked, some things we didn't like. There wasn't a lot of things we didn't like because this movie was pretty fucking awesome.
It is.
But with that, let's get started. Scott, what did you like about Star Wars The Force Awakens?
Everything. No, this movie was pretty fucking awesome because we hadn't seen Episode 3 in 10 years.
Yep.
So it was
a good Star Wars.
And we didn't even think we were gonna get anything else from Star Wars.
Yeah, that's true. Nobody thought that anything, that this would ever happen. And then so Disney bought Star Wars, and they wanted to continue.
Surprise.
And I think it's good that they wanted to continue, with the old trilogy, and calling it Episode 7 because those were the best Star Wars movies. I mean, the third prequel was pretty good, but I think that overall the prequels were pretty,
I like the third one, but
the third one was pretty cool. It's the best of the prequels. But the first two were pretty bad. Yeah. So
it's pretty easy to be good compared to those two.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm really excited that we got to see another good Star Wars movie, and it has a great cast, and a great director with J.J. Abrams.
It has John Boyega, Daisy Ridley. Those two actors are actor and actress are so unknown.
Yeah, they are.
They fucking killed it.
Yeah, they really did. They really, really did a good job with their performances. Daisy Ridley stole the show as Rey. She did a really great job. Every character in this movie had a really good arc. Even Adam Driver as Kylo Ren, and in my opinion, I think that Kylo Ren had a really great character arc. Even Han Solo, it wasn't they weren't just thrown in there for the sake of having the old characters back. They all had a purpose in the movie, and Han Solo was pretty critical to the plot. You know what I mean? And
he was.
I really loved seeing Han Solo back, as he was. Him and Chewie still had that funny banter between each other. They still had that chemistry, and Han was still funny, but he was also a badass, and he was wiser. He'd been through some shit.
He's older now, and you can tell he's not as reckless as he once was.
Exactly.
He is, as you said, he's way older. You can tell he's been through some shit.
I mean, it's really cool to have seen that character grow, throughout this universe, and he's not the same, just like Han Solo. He actually has some more depth to him.
Exactly.
Overall, the chemistry between all these actors is just really great. You could tell that they all had a fun time being in this movie. They just loved being in Star Wars.
Even the new ones, that we hadn't seen in any of the movies before this.
Daisy Ridley, John Boyega.
Their chemistry with Harrison Ford, and even Chewbacca, even though they had never been in a movie before, they had an amazing chemistry.
That's a great point. Yeah, they really did. They just got along, and you could tell that Han Solo was that wiser character. It was just really cool, their chemistry that they had. They had a friendship, and it was really cool, and it felt natural. It didn't feel forced or anything.
And it kind of helped that both of Daisy Ridley and John Boyega's character, that they were open to learning. They were actually interested in learning about the Force, and because it's kind of been a myth. They didn't even think Luke Skywalker was real.
Exactly, and when they found out, it was just awesome to see them find out that all of this stuff was real, and their performances were just so real. You could buy it. Wow, these guys just found out about this Force that controls everything, and the story was really good. Like I said, every character ends up in a different spot by the end of the movie, and the journey to getting there was just done really well.
And it sets all the characters up for Episode 8, and I'm so curious to see where they take all these characters in Episode 8.
Yeah, honestly, in my opinion, it's really rare where you have great character arcs for almost every single character in the movie. You know what I mean? Rey had a fantastic character arc. We still learned a lot about her.
Finn had a lot.
Finn was an awesome backstory. Yeah. I mean, Poe, you didn't get too much of his backstory, but I think you're going to see more of him in Episode 8.
I liked his friendship between him and Finn.
Yeah, him and Finn. I was going to say that. Their chemistry is really awesome. You could just tell that their friendship just clicks instantly, and it was awesome to see that scene where Finn rescues Poe. It was a really awesome moment, and just seeing that friendship develop, and I I wish we could have got to see a little more of Poe, but like I said, I think they're going to expand more on
episode
him
8 and 9. You know, we'll see.
It was just a really well constructed film, like story wise and just technical wise, you know, camera work, cinematography, and everything like that. Like it was really good. You know, a lot of people say that it kind of borrowed from A New Hope, which it kind of did, but it still had its own story with its own characters.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. Like they're just taking like a formula that worked with the original trilogy and they're building on it. Like that's the perfect thing. That's the perfect route to go.
They didn't even steal that much, dude.
They really didn't.
It's just one little plot detail.
Yo, with Starkiller Base and stuff like that. Like it did
like,
mirror
fuck,
A New Hope.
Why are you guys so mad?
Yeah, but those are kind of like staples of Star Wars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's what everybody looks back on Star Wars and reflects on moments like that. And like this new trilogy is just building on that with new characters. And like I said, by the end of the movie, it still told its own story and like it leaves you with more questions and wanting to know more. And that's perfect. Like we shouldn't have to know everything with the first movie.
Yeah.
It's a trilogy. Like they have time to expand on it, and like they know that, so they're taking their time telling their story. And I think that's really a really good route to go.
J.J. Abrams was like such a good choice for this movie. The fact that he was like a Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
And he's already directed the Star Trek movies.
Exactly. So I knew this movie was going to be in good hands because he, like Scott said, he's been a Star Wars fan since he was a kid. So the fact that he gets the chance to direct one is just awesome. You know, that's a once in a lifetime opportunity for him.
And he's always messed around with different color palettes in like Star Trek, and like he definitely picked a really cool one with this movie.
Yeah, like his colors always pop.
Especially with like the use of like the blue and red, you know, like the good and bad, you know, evil. And,
that's a great point. Like the cinematography in this movie was honestly outstanding. Like there
watch it again and you'll see that like the colors of red and blue are always like amplified.
Used. Yeah, they are. Especially in the Millennium Falcon when Rey and Finn are on there and like Han Solo, when Han Solo picks them up and then Han Solo enters the Millennium Falcon. If you pay attention, there's a lot of use of blue and red and green, which are like the three original colors in Star Wars, you know, like the three original lightsaber colors. And I think that little things like that just really, it's a cool throwback. Like I'm getting chills talking about it. Like it's cool that like they pay attention to little details like that.
It is.
And like red and blue are used a lot in this movie, and like that's brilliant. It really fits the tone of the movie, especially red, you know, in that scene when, spoiler alert obviously, when Han Solo dies, you know, by the hands of his own son. Like
it was like practically red and black in there.
Exactly. Like at first the red's just half over his face, and then the sunlight goes away and his face is just covered with red. And
that scene was executed really well.
It was perfect, you know, and it just shows that the dark side is consuming him. And like you just see moments where, like, for example, when Kylo Ren is interrogating Rey when he has her like locked up and they have their little force battle, you know, you could tell like the light below Rey's chair is blue and like the light around Kylo Ren is red. And it's really cool to see how they pay attention to little details like that. But yeah, that epic lightsaber battle at the end with Rey, Finn, and Kylo Ren, it was so perfect. And like J.J. Abrams used like real sparks so that way like the actors could feel like they were, you know, actually battling, and I thought that was really cool.
It looked really real on their face. Like when Kylo Ren was telling Rey like, you know, I can teach you the Force and whatnot. Like when they were like really close in their face, the colors and like the lighting, it was like so bright. It was really well. Like
crazy. That's a good point. Like,
it looked so cool.
Yeah, when Rey closed her eyes and she was just like realizing that she had this ability, like the blue, you know, and the like the bluish white was just lighting up her face, and like that's like I really like.
It was like illuminating her.
Yeah, it was like illuminating her face, and like I thought that was like just the lighting and cinematography was just like I said, it was just so on point in this movie. And about that lightsaber battle, a lot of people are talking about like how, you know, how could Rey, you know, beat Kylo if he's so trained with the Force? And I mean, there's a lot of factors that play into that. You know, Kylo was injured.
She was already kind of trained with her staff, kind of.
Yeah, she was trained with her staff. You know, Kylo was injured.
Kylo was already injured. Yeah.
And if you think about it, Kylo wasn't really trying to kill her. He even said like, "I can teach you the ways of the Force."
You can tell he was kind of holding back.
Yeah, like he wasn't trying to kill her, which means I kind of think they might be related. I don't know how.
She's either Han Solo's daughter or Luke's daughter.
I personally think she's Luke's daughter.
I think she's Luke's daughter,
but I know
I wouldn't be surprised if she was Han's daughter. But at the same time, I don't think that she's Han's daughter because like that wouldn't even hit us that hard. It's like when
it wouldn't really make a lot of sense.
If we find out that Luke is fucking Rey's father, we're gonna have our fucking mouth on the floor till like July.
I mean, I think that's a great route to go. You know, I mean, I know it's kind of typical, but like it makes more sense that they're being related to anybody else. You know, what I mean, I think that they kind of like hint at that a lot, and I think it's gonna be interesting to find that out. You know, as the movies progress. You know,
exactly.
Because, like I said, there's still a lot of questions. There's still a lot of things we don't know. But yeah, also The Force Awakens had some of the best CGI I've honestly like ever seen. The special effects,
practical effects.
Yeah, and practical effects. They really utilized the practical effects a lot. But then the scenes that were CGI, like there weren't really any moments where I was like, that's CGI. You know, like the action scenes with the TIE fighters were shot.
It all looked
so
like
awesome.
It was all fluid, dude.
It was so great. It really showed why Oscar Isaac's character is the best pilot in the galaxy, and that was awesome. And like just the special effects overall,
he's got some skills,
fantastic.
Man.
He does. The special effects were just so awesome. Like I loved it. Like it just looked so seamless. Like it just looked like it was real. Like you were actually there, and like I loved that. In terms of cons, I mean, we don't really have a lot, to be honest. So like I personally really really love this movie. I had
I
a
love
blast
this movie,
watching
dude.
this movie.
It's
you know
like
what I mean?
everything was awesome about it. If you had to think of it as a con, which to us it's not a con, people think copy to New Hope. That's the word they throw out on so much.
And it's really not, because like I said, Star Wars has a formula and they utilized that formula and built on it. The only thing I can say is like Captain Phasma didn't really do anything in the movie, you know what I mean? Like she
was advertised kind of a lot in the trailer.
Yeah, she was.
Like as like a big character, and she didn't do a damn fucking thing.
She didn't do a damn thing. Like,
she didn't do a thing.
Hopefully they build on her character more in, you know, episodes 8 and 9. Starkiller Base was pretty cool, you know, it was like really powerful and like, you know, it destroyed the Republic, which was like the support for the Resistance. I mean, there was like an entire story arc with Leia and the Republic that like totally got cut out of the film, and I remember like when Starkiller Base was about to destroy that planet and it zoomed in on those people, like those people that it zoomed in on were
supposed to have like
a story and like we're supposed to know more about them, and I felt that would have been more powerful. It would have made that moment more powerful. But I mean, like overall, like I mean, it felt like another Death Star, you know, and I think they even say that in the movie. So it's like, I don't know, I feel like you could have done without that. Like I feel like it wouldn't, if you took it out, it wouldn't really have changed the story that much. You know what I mean? But I mean, it was still really cool.
It was just a way of displaying their power.
Yeah, exactly. It was a way of displaying the First Order's power, and like honestly, like I said, it was awesome to look at. Like my jaw was dropped. It was awesome. But I just feel like it didn't really need to be in it, you know, in the movie that much or that much at all. So and I know a lot of people complain that there's still like a lot that we don't know, but like that's a good thing. Like that's not a con. That's a good thing, you know, because like there's
two more movies.
Exactly. They have 2 more movies to expand their story. We get to learn more about the characters, you know, like we never saw a stormtrooper desert the First Order like Finn did, so it's gonna be cool to see, you know, where that might go. Now Rey's a Jedi, so it's gonna be really cool to see that. Kylo Ren's training wasn't even completed yet.
Yeah, well, Kylo Ren's a little bitch, and that's where I'm gonna come in, because I personally don't like Kylo Ren, okay? I don't like the actor they picked for him, because I'm not bashing him at all. This is not me bashing him. This is constructive criticism. Okay, this is the exact opposite.
I don't know, man. Agree to disagree. Like, I think Kylo Ren had one of the best arcs in the movie.
Well, that's why I'm serious. Like, I was actually intrigued when Snoke said, like, his training, like, to complete his training or whatever. Yeah. That's when I was like, okay, like, that's cool. Maybe he can fucking stop throwing temper tantrums and being a little bitch.
He lacks self-control. Like, he idolizes Darth Vader. He wants to finish what Vader started, but nobody knows that Vader ended his life being a good person. Like, he destroyed the Emperor.
He needs to keep that calm, cool collectedness that Vader always
had. And I think he will. In episodes 8 and 9, you're going to see a much
different That's what I'm saying. If he gets, like, his training complete and he's just, like, if he's like Vader, I'll be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but I mean, I hope he's not exactly like Vader. I want him to have his own,
but I hope he's still, like, a good Sith Lord.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I think he's going to be a good Sith. And, like, I don't know, I love the fact that he was Han Solo's son. It added a lot more depth to not only Kylo Ren, but to Han Solo and Leia, which was really awesome.
That was a cool twist. And that gives him more opportunities with his story arc going into the future, like with Leia and whatnot.
Exactly,
you know?
And like I hope we get to find out more about the Knights of Ren, you know, and just things like that. There's so much more we get to learn about him, and I feel like in the next movie they're going to expand a lot more on that, because he does lack self-control. He's not Darth Vader. Like, he idolizes him. He seeks his guidance, you know, from like, you know, I guess like his Force Ghost or something. Yeah. But like I said, nobody but Luke knows that Vader ended his life as a good person. He destroyed the Emperor to save Luke. He brought balance to the Force, and nobody knows that. You know what I mean? Because like everybody else was running, and then it blew up. So the only 2 people that know are Vader and Luke, and Vader's dead. There is that, so it's kind of ironic. So I'm really excited to see where they take Kylo Ren. But I mean, I can see where you're coming from. You know, like we all have our opinions. Like, I'm just really excited to see where these characters go in the future.
Episode 8's got a lot of potential.
It does, and like that director has a lot of, you know, pressure on his shoulders. But I heard that he's been working closely with J.J. Abrams and the team.
He'll be fine.
I think they're gonna kill it. I really do. I have the utmost faith.
I'm not worried at all.
Yeah, in episode 8. But as far as scores go, I'm gonna give The Force Awakens a 9.5 out of 10. I thought it was a great movie. I had loads of fun watching it. The cons didn't really take away from my experience. I really enjoyed the movie a lot.
I will give it a 9.2. You know, I really love this film. Like, you know, I think it's like my 3rd, 4th time watching it.
Oh yeah.
It was, you know, nothing beats watching it in the theater for the first time, but like actually watching it and like analyzing it like really hard, I really did enjoy it. Like, I didn't have a lot of cons like at all.
Yeah, exactly. Like, because we watched it just I think it was yesterday, didn't we? We watched it a couple days ago.
Yeah.
And like we were really analyzing it, like
I was
the camera
really
work, the lighting and everything, and like it's really a great movie if you pay attention.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of great throwbacks, and like there's just a lot of great things, and JJ did an excellent job, and I kind of hope he gets to direct episode 9. You know, I don't know if they've confirmed a director already, but I kind of hope it's JJ.
I hope he does. Hell yeah.
Because like he did such a great job with episode 7.
Yeah, guys, stay tuned. Within the next week, 2 weeks, you know, we don't know when it's gonna come out very soon. We are gonna be doing a whole new set video.
Yep.
It's kind of in a sense coming down, but in a sense it's kind of just shifting. We're gonna be shifting.
We're just gonna be moving things around
this way.
We're gonna be making it better. We're just gonna be making improvements. It's gonna be awesome.
We're not gonna spoil anything because we kind of want to keep it a surprise. I don't even want to tell you how we're gonna do this.
Honestly,
video. We just want to keep it a surprise for you guys.
All we're gonna say is it's gonna be kind of like a vlog style video, and like we bought like a lot of cool shit to add to our set, and we're really excited to share it with you guys. You know, and like so we're hoping to get that out within the next week or two because we love you guys.
And we're definitely gonna be staying consistent with these Sunday gems. If you guys want, we were kind of gonna be maybe staying on this Star Wars route, but drop some suggestions.
Yeah, drop some suggestions. Yo, we were thinking about reviewing, you know, the old trilogy first, you know, and like bringing those to you guys because we love the old trilogy. But yeah, drop some suggestions of movies you want to see us review.
I'd be down as fuck to review like the old Batman movie from like 1987.
Yeah, we honestly there are so many movies that we can bring
you know, exactly.
So drop your suggestions because like we hope you guys enjoy this segment because like we love doing this stuff for you guys because you guys are awesome.
We want this to be new and fresh and bring this to you every Sunday.
Exactly. So we're gonna be trying our best to stay consistent on this and bring these to you every single Sunday.
Got you.
But yeah, guys, throw us a like and subscribe for more. And with that, we are the Dudes of Cinema.